Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to this week's LinkedIn Live. My name is Claudia Garcia. In case you're new to this page or to these lives that I do every week, I am the CEO and founder of Royalty Medical Solutions. We are a staffing, search, and consulting firm. And today I have a wonderful guest who was a guest last year and is a returning guest. So I guess you liked me. You said yes again.
Yes.
So, Dr. Farah Laurent, she is the author of Nurses Making Moves. She's also launching a brand new conference, yearly conference for nurses. So, we're all excited. We're going to dive into that. And well, welcome. And how are you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing fabulous. I am so excited to be here. And thank you for having me on to talk about today's topic of visibility and impact in 2025. And of course, the Nurses Making Money Moves conference that's going to be held in Tampa, March 8th. You got to be in the room. So thank you again for the opportunity.
Yeah, I'm excited. So I am going to be an attendee. I am not a nurse, but I've been supporting nurses with my business for a gazillion years. So hey, y'all my best buds. So we we are showing up and doing the thing. I can't wait. So I'm super excited. I like Tampa. It's a beautiful place.
Yes.
Hopefully it won't be cold because right now we are experiencing freezing temperatures in Texas. And it's a little wild.
It's gonna be good. It's in March. So by then it's gonna be awesome. Actually, in right now in Florida, where I'm at, which is kind of central Tampa Bay area, we were in December like getting temperatures like in the 70s and sometimes up to the 80s.
Oh my gosh.
It dropped a little bit now, but no, March
Yeah.
is gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
And and also you don't have to be a nurse to attend this conference. Like just like Claudia, you could just be a female professional just looking to level up your career, your business, your personal brand. You're welcome on International Women's Day. So, it's going to go down.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. So, let's talk about, do you want to talk about the conference first or should we dive into visibility and impact? Which would you like to chat
Whatever,
about first?
whatever.
Okay.
I'm good with the flow. Whatever you
All
you
right.
need.
Okay, so let's talk about this visibility word. Everybody's talking about it. I feel like there's always this hype word, and I was like, that was supposed to be like one of my words, and now everyone's using it. And it's like, no, but you know why? It's because it's super important. And everyone has figured out that if you're not visible in 2025, you're leaving money on the table. Your
Yep.
business is not going to grow as quickly as others. And the truth is, visibility is no longer an option for founders, for leaders. And so this is an important topic. And that is why everyone is talking about it. They're saying, like, hey, this is kind of like the last chance to get on the train before it's like over. I don't know when it's going to be over, but you know what I mean? Because there's all these, seasons, right? Online.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
so, so last year, just to give a little backstory on the visibility, last year was I challenged myself to become more visible online doing these LinkedIn lives.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And in order for me not to feel so much pressure about showing up on video, I decided, well, I'll just interview amazing people like you.
Well,
And so it takes the pressure off of me. And I'm just giving my secret away, right? So if you're afraid of going on video, just bring some awesome people on video with you
yeah.
and
And then
showcase what they do. And and there you go. You did your part. You showed up. You were more visible. So let's talk about it, because I've seen the impact that you've made through being visible on LinkedIn specifically. I don't know if you're on other channels, but
yeah.
I know you're on YouTube, but specifically here on LinkedIn, you've done a lot this last year. So tell us all about it. Tell us your secrets. Give us the secret sauce on how you've grown and how you've delivered impact for nurses this year or last year.
Thank you. So yeah, I really appreciate it. So yeah, visibility, can mean obviously different things to different people. So to me, visibility truly means obviously in the simplest form, um, being top of mind and literally being visible, both in person at events and also being visible on social media, because literally, if you have a business or whether you don't have a business as a nurse and you just want to advance in your professional career as a nurse, you
Mhm.
have to be top of mind. So whether that's being visible at work, meaning how you show up to meetings or how you present yourself, you have to be top of mind. And it's not just work performance. So a lot of people get it confused. I had this confused as a new nurse.
Mhm.
um, I was very heavily focused on my work performance.
Mhm.
And as nurses, we're all about like just doing the most, doing all the things, getting certified, advancing, getting all these degrees, but really it's all about showing up in the right spaces and being
Mhm.
visible to the right people. So
Yeah.
that's one aspect of visibility in your career. And then, of course, in your business, if no one knows about you, they don't know what you do, they don't know your values, your impact, what you stand for, they're not going to be able to really trust you. Number
Mhm.
one, they're not going to know about you, and then they can't buy whether you're selling a product or a service. So obviously in business we talk a lot, right, about the know, like, and trust factor. So that's what visibility brings, because if you're constantly visible,
Mhm.
whether in person or on social media, people start to pay attention, like you said. And the reason that I focused a lot of my efforts, and I was very intentional about giving value on
Mhm.
LinkedIn, is because LinkedIn is the most professional platform, social media
Mhm.
platform. Um, and it's good for not only B2B, business to business or business to consumer, but people are on LinkedIn because they're serious. And it's
Mhm.
a more professional platform where you can share your expertise, your thought leadership, and really it's just consistency. And I think that's what has helped me over the years, just be
Yeah.
consistent, creating content literally every week, sometimes every day for the last 3.5 years is
Mhm.
what I've done. And I think this is part of the personal branding that I've built over the years. So that's kind of a little bit about the visibility on LinkedIn, and then just in general, even at events. So I do speak as well. And LinkedIn and creating content and being visible has afforded me more opportunities along the way, just because I'm showing up, demonstrating my
Mhm.
expertise in all these various different topics. So, yeah, that's kind of a little bit about my spiel on visibility.
So I have a question because the LinkedIn rolled out video. And so I had been on Instagram for a long time,
Mhm.
and it was a lot of work, right? So
I
I
mean,
decided, I was like, I can't do these shorts. I'm not sure I'm given enough value in these little clips, right? And then so I'm like, yeah, I love LinkedIn. I live here, right?
yeah.
And then they're like, well, video is going to take the front seat because we got to keep up with Instagram and TikTok and everybody else. And I'm like, no. So I posted my first video today, and I didn't even know if I did it right. So if I put it on my wall, or anyhow, how has short videos impacted your visibility, and have you seen a difference because you've been doing it for a few months now? I know you had challenged yourself to do the short videos on LinkedIn. So what would you say has been the result of that?
So there's kind of a two-part answer to this. So, excuse me. So I follow a lot of marketers and industry experts in social media, and people that are outside of nursing, obviously, that are killing it and crushing it in the business game. A lot of millionaires and things like that. And then I also have a marketing coach. But somebody that I really follow a lot is Neil Patel. So he is an expert in marketing,
Mm-hmm.
and recently he's talked about um, and also my marketing coach, Shanae Moret, who will be speaking at the conference, also brought this up on her LinkedIn feed, um, is the importance of doing lives
Mm-hmm.
and the importance of long form video. Because
Mm-hmm.
what happens is I've always done long form video.
Yeah.
It's been about 2 years or more, um, both myself and also interviewing guests. But what I've kind of switched up recently in my business is when I first started my lives, I used to go live a lot by myself. And it improved, my speaking skills of me just going live, my comfortability of, is that even a word? But
Comfortability.
yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah. You are totally comfortable on camera. So we know what you're saying. Okay, go for it. We know
Yeah,
what you
like
meant.
being comfortable, like you mentioned on video, a lot of people are not comfortable with
Yeah.
that. But I've literally done it so many times, and you're gonna get better being consistent. That um I felt almost like obsessed with it. Like if I didn't go live, it didn't feel right to me. And I'm all about like authenticity,
Yeah.
rawness, and like just giving it to you straight and real. Like straight no chasers, because people I think are missing that in today's society. People are very like, they like to like curate things a lot, and there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that, and like edit a lot. And I'm not really a
Yeah.
technical person. I don't got time for that. So like my podcast, I literally download the stuff and just
Uh,
put it out there, and then it just streams to YouTube. So not only do I save time by doing lives because it
yeah.
streams to YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn, what
Mhm.
you can then do, which what Neil was talking about, Patel, the marketing expert, is you can then take the long form video and just
Yeah.
turn it into short form. And then there's a lot of AI tools out there that you can use to shorten it so that you don't have to feel so much pressure. And then if you do like a 30-minute live, you can literally have about like 6 to 10 clips of
Yeah.
short form video. And when we say short form, it literally can be anything from 20 seconds to like, I don't know, like 90 seconds, right?
Mhm.
Um, and then you don't feel a lot of pressure. But then part two of that, I also do like to just do short form on its own sometimes. And I'm
Mhm.
also a Glassdoor creator. So Glassdoor has a platform for nurses and then other professionals that they call bowls. So I've been a creator for them for the last, several months as well. So social media content is really important, being
Yeah.
visible. You're doing long form or short form, but
Yeah.
really, I think that's really just showing up is really the most important thing, and then you'll get better with time.
Yeah, and I think it's just letting go of overthinking. So, actually, the YouTube video long form that I'm posting today is all about that. And that's where I got the clip, the first clip. So, in case anybody's wondering, I use Opus Clip, super easy to use. You put your YouTube video in there and it clips it up for you. You still have to do a little bit of editing. I don't know that that is
Is there
that,
a paid or free version?
it's paid. I'm only on like that, I think $9 one. There's a $19 one too.
Okay,
It
okay.
goes by credits. Yeah, so I've been using that, and but see, even though I was using it, I wasn't posting on LinkedIn, still overthinking it, right? I could post on Instagram, like I don't really care. Right? And then but on LinkedIn, I'm like, oh, it's gotta be professional, it's gotta be perfect. And then I was like, you know what? I don't follow perfect people. I just want to let you know that if you're extremely perfect online, I am probably not following you.
And wait, I want to share someone else that I follow, which I don't know if you're probably familiar with him, but Gary V.
Yeah.
So he
Mhm.
talks a lot about something I think he calls pack,
Uh-huh.
platforms and culture, right?
Uh-huh.
So like I know we're kind of getting deep into like social media stuff, but he has a book that I got. I haven't really fully read it, but it's called Day Trading Attention.
Okay.
But he talks about a lot on his content, platform and culture. Like you have to understand the culture of the platform. So a lot of
Mhm.
people just repurpose content and
Yeah.
just put it out there, but like they don't understand the culture and the
Mhm.
context of the platform. So like for me, I never really was big on Instagram. Like I never really was on there. So like I don't even know technically how to like maneuver and navigate.
Mhm.
I don't understand a lot of the context on there. So that's why to me it's easier on LinkedIn, but I need to like, learn a little bit more. But that's the other thing on LinkedIn. There are not a lot of creators. I think it's
Yeah.
only about 1% of the people on LinkedIn who actually create content.
Yeah. Mhm.
And you have to do it well, right? Like you could
Mhm.
create written posts or whatever, but like my style is, and I know you do this too, you have to kind of mix it up a little bit, right? So like video
Mhm.
is super important. It really helps with trust, building trust with your community, and it's helped me with my nurses and even getting clients
Mhm.
as a nurse career coach. Um, But I think you just have to kind of mix it up and, like you said,
Yeah.
keep it fun and not boring.
Yeah. No, I think you got to keep it fun. And also, I think you have to say, tell us about you, right? So, even though you're talking on a topic that is important and everyone might be chatting about that topic, you
Yeah.
have to stick something in there about you, right?
Mhm.
So, that's usually what I'll do with my posts is that
Yeah.
although might be teaching you the one, two, threes of something, you're going to read about a lesson that I learned or something that I experienced. Otherwise, it's just another post, right? It's just another
Right.
tip. It's just another lesson. And
Like
so,
making it
yeah,
relatable. Yeah.
people want to hear about you and what you've learned and what you've experienced because that's really how we learn from each other, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I have a question for you.
Mhm.
What do you foresee, like how do you think in 2025 we have a lot more people now trying to use LinkedIn. It's like all over the internet. Use LinkedIn. It's not being used the way it should be used. Come on, people. There's a billion users on there. So what do you think is going to be the most important thing in 2025? Do you believe it's going to be the videos, doing the videos? Like what for somebody that wants visibility in
Yeah.
2025, what's going to be the number one priority when it comes to showing up on LinkedIn?
Okay. So yeah, definitely it's going to be video because and it's going to be more so actually going live. So and I'm also going to give a shout out to Shanae Moray, my marketing coach for this too, and Neil Patel, because there's going to be a lot of AI kind of competition. This is what Shanae was saying as well. One of her posts, and
Mhm.
also people are already using AI to create written form content
Yeah.
and different things, right? Like images, whatever. But
Mhm.
you cannot replicate or duplicate live. Like AI can, like I'm here, I'm real. This is me. This is Farah,
Yeah.
Dr. Laurent, aka Nurse Career Coach, right?
Mhm.
Like you cannot, and like you can't fake your expertise. If you don't know what you're talking about live, people are gonna realize that, right?
They're gonna know.
So like when people ask questions, right?
Yeah.
While you're live, if you're able to like boom, 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 answer them, and like the way in which you're delivering your expertise and your experiences, they're gonna know you're real, and that you're gonna know that you're a thought leader, and that you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So that's why I think live is going to be so important in 2025 to really demonstrate your expertise, whether you're whatever industry you're in, but particularly for nurses to
Mhm.
grow their career and also in to start a side hustle or grow in business. And
Yeah.
then the second part to that um, is LinkedIn connections outside of LinkedIn, like in person
Mm.
connections
Yeah.
and going to events and networking, like the Nurses
Mhm.
Making Money Moves conference. You have to be in the room because, yes, it's amazing connecting online with people,
Mhm.
interviewing people, doing Zooms, but there is nothing like in person connection with people. And I think people have been craving a lot more of that because, post COVID, we were like stuck indoors. Um, so, yeah, so I think
Yeah.
those are the two biggest things: networking in person and also doing the live videos.
Yeah. I don't think the in-person thing is ever gonna go away. I think people crave relationship and they like to help those that support them. And yeah,
Mhm.
I just don't think that'll ever go away. I do think though that visibility online is like the other referral, right? So what I mean by that is that your friends, your clients, they refer business to you. If they know
Mhm.
about your business, they will refer business to you. They will refer you clients and video. So if somebody sees this video, uh, you know, later on down the road, they're going to look for Dr. Farah and see how she can help them. So that's
Yeah,
almost like the video referred that client, right? So it's like the new referral, right?
yeah,
That's the way that I look at it. So the more visibility that you have out there, I think the more likely that you're going to reach the right clients. So somebody asked, which platforms have you found the most successful in connecting with your ideal nurse clients? Uh, for me, mine have been B2B. So mine are organizations, healthcare organizations, and it's been on LinkedIn. So I've gotten a lot of contracts on LinkedIn, and that's been corporate to corporate. What about you, Farah?
Oh, LinkedIn, hands down. Definitely LinkedIn. And then, like you said earlier, through referrals. So other
Mhm.
past nurse clients that I worked with in terms of career coaching and stuff, they just tell other nurses, and that's how I get clients. But really, LinkedIn is the most professional platform.
Mhm.
And people have found me actually through Google. So, like,
Mhm.
I'm not an expert in like search engine optimization, right? Like SEO, but this is why another part of visibility is also expanding your reach in terms of like your digital footprint. So
Mhm.
I like to write articles. I haven't written a lot of articles lately, but I've
Mhm.
been featured in multiple articles like the Nursing Beat, Sigma International, which is a huge international nursing organization. Even the American Nurses Association has featured me about my certifications and things like that. So that is another area to tap into, is the writing piece and writing blogs and things like that. So I also recently wrote a blog for the National Nurses and Business Association. So hopefully they'll release that. And then also, I wrote for NABO, which is the National Association for Women Business Owners.
Mhm.
And I'm also on their committee, Next Gen Committee for new business owners. So, if nurses are watching this, obviously you're not a nurse, but we're connecting. And I just made a post about this. Like, nurses need to connect outside of their industry and
Yeah.
connect with other people, because that's how you're going to learn and grow. And like support and celebrate each other. And I also want to give a special shout out to you, Claudia, for supporting this conference and
Oh.
coming
Mhm.
all the way here to Tampa. So it truly does mean a lot to me. I
Oh.
really believe, right, we need to be uplifting each other, celebrating each other as women and business owners. And that's why I'm so passionate that it's on International Women's Day, and then March as History Month, the conference. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me and for inviting me. I'm excited, and I'm excited to meet all of your speakers. I went down the roster and I'm like, oh, I want to connect with her. I want to connect with her. I can't wait to talk to her. So I'm excited. I do think it's going to be a great event for those. And also I would say that, yeah, if you're like me, not just like me, but if you're like me and you support nurses or you're in healthcare, that's a great place to network.
Yep.
So yeah, I would encourage you to come. So if you own a credentialing company, a consulting company, maybe you own a billing company, perhaps I don't know what else is out there.
Branding, like maybe there's a lot of like marketing agencies out there, or even like financial type
Yeah.
um, firms or businesses. So I have actually a few kind of finance people coming. There's a certified financial planner who'll be there. So even if you're a physician, I have a female physician that'll be most likely coming from Nashville. So like, it's for everybody. So healthcare professionals, it's not just nurses, and even other female professionals not in the healthcare industry can also
Mhm.
attend, obviously.
Yeah.
Um, and it's going to be in Tampa. So if you've never been to Tampa, it's an awesome city to visit, just to make a trip out of it. 8 minutes from the airport. And then really the conference is going to be surrounding most of the topics about how to build a personal brand and how to make whatever impact you're trying to make in 2025, whether it's in your career or in your business. That's really the essence of it. And then
Mhm.
really how to generate more wealth, right? How to make more money. Because a lot of times we're not taught money management and all these other things. And I want to
Mhm.
normalize talking about money more, especially for nurses, because
Yeah.
there's nurses out there that can't retire because, there's a lot of money management issues. So nurses making money moves. It's just, I can't wait. I'm excited. It's gonna be a whole vibe, y'all. I got a DJ coming from Miami. Like, it's gonna be fun, educational, and we have continuing education credits. All of the things. So really, and just the networking alone is going
Yeah.
to be amazing. So there's
Yeah.
people coming from the AONL, like the
Mhm.
American Nurses Association of Nurse Leaders, from the American Nurses Association. So needs to be in the room.
I just want to add too that if anyone wants to sponsor the event, sorry, I was trying to interrupt you. I'm like, don't forget.
Yeah, actually, I'm working on a sponsor, a call out for sponsorship. I do have sponsorship information. So if you want, I'll take your money. Please sponsor. It's Women's International Day. It's going to be a great opportunity. So I have that information. I'm going to hopefully release it today. I'm working on a landing page and some stuff. So I'll have that information out on LinkedIn, a call out for sponsors. And then also, if you guys are interested, just direct message Claudia or message me to see how you can support this amazing conference. And then I'm even planning for next year. So save the date. For some reason, if you can't make it, save the date for next year. It's going to be March 7th, 2026. So I'm not playing, this is going to be an annual thing. It's going down.
All right. We're going to hold you to it. So we're going to show up even if you don't.
Hey,
all
yes,
right, Dr. Farah.
Don't say that.
Well, Dr. Farah, thank you so much for joining me. I know you have another call, and so we're going to call it a wrap, but let's do part 2 because I want to dive more into impact and everyone actually having that clear. You need to have that very, very clear. Who are you trying to make an impact on? Because you can't just show up and post and do all kinds of stuff without knowing who you're trying to reach. So we need to talk about that. So we'll do part 2 in a couple days if you have some time. All right.
Of course. Again, thank you for the opportunity, and I'll see you in Tampa.
See you in Tampa. Bye. Thank you, everyone, for joining.